Hi everybody, Dr. Ben here. Welcome back to Whole Future. Wanted to talk today, got a comment on the YouTubes from someone who basically said that the World Health Organization has no credibility and that the government's lying to us about what foods to eat and the government promotes carbs and all carbs are bad for us. So just wanted to go into the World Health Organization versus the USDA, why they're totally different. And I talked about it a million times on this channel, but this whole idea that carbs are bad for you and lump all carbs into one pile and say that they're all bad and think that foods like donuts are carbs when they're actually, most of their calories are coming from fat because they're fried in oil, or pizza where most of the calories are coming from fat because cheese is like really dense in fat and has way more calories. But then there's this idea that, carbs are bad for you, that somehow refined sugar, white flour, white sugar are the same thing as whole food carbs, like fruits like bananas, oranges, dates, pineapples, stuff like that, whole grains like rice, quinoa, stuff like that, and legumes like beans, black-eyed peas, split peas, all that stuff. These are all foods whose primary macronutrient is carbohydrates, but they're wildly different from white sugar and white flour and stuff like that because they have all the vitamins, A, B, C, E, and K, all right? They have all the minerals, and they have phytonutrients, something animal products don't have. They have fiber, something animal products don't have. So if you're lumping all carbs into the same pile, you're getting it wrong and saying that the government promotes carbs. No, the government just promotes refined sugar and anything that it can make out of what farmers in this country produce. So, as I've talked about before on this channel, the USDA is simply a revolving door for United States agriculture. So people that have executive jobs with the big ag companies go and take leadership positions within the government agency, the USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and then basically shill for these farms because the USDA has two main objectives. One, to dispense nutrition information to the public, and two, to support and promote agriculture business of the United States, farms in the United States. And guess what? When those two are in conflict, the corporations get favored. So the USDA is disseminating nutrition information to get you to eat the foods that these corporate ag businesses are promoting. So yes, I wouldn't trust the USDA, but then to say, oh, you can't trust the W.H.O, the World Health Organization, completely different animal, you guys, okay? We know the USDA is a revolving door. We know it's a corporate shill machine. We know that it's heavily influenced by big pockets. The World Health Organization is funded by the United Nations. It does not take any corporate contributions. It's funded by international governments, and it's the amount of money it gets to do nutrition research is like a drop in the bucket compared to how much these corporations lobby just the U.S. government. All right, something like $400,000 a year is their budget, where these pharma and big ag are spending tens or hundreds of millions of dollars to lobby the U.S. government. That does not get through to the World Health Organization. You can go online, you can check out where all their contributions, where all their money comes from. It's all transparent. You can see it on there. So when the World Health Organization says that glyphosate, aka Roundup, the pesticide sprayed on GMO crops, is a probable carcinogen, you can trust that. Because I know if you're in the paleo, low carb, slow carb, bro carb community, you don't like GMOs. And if you're smart, you don't like GMOs not because they modified their genes in a lab, but because they made them so that they can spray way more toxic pesticide on them. And in this case, Roundup is an endocrine disruptor and a carcinogen. So you really wouldn't want to eat GMOs, not because they're genetically modified per se, but because they're sprayed with really, really, really toxic chemicals and really, really, really high amounts of them, because the plants are made to withstand them. So when the World Health Organization says that processed meat is a definite class 1 carcinogen, meaning as carcinogenic as cigarette smoke and plutonium, I'm going to listen. When they say that red meat is a probable class 2 carcinogen, very highly likely to be carcinogenic, I'm going to listen. That's advice you can take. When the USDA says, oh, corn syrup's not that bad for you, cheese is great for you, I'm not going to listen because I know that that is just corporate money speaking on behalf of the U.S. government. So I hope that cleared it up, the difference between the USDA and the WHO. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question, leave a comment down below. I read back everyone, try to write back to as many as I can. And subscribe to these videos for more great stuff on plant-based diet and creating a better tomorrow. Dr. Ben, talk to you later.